Outdoor Research's Helium II rain jacket has been a staple for ultralight thru hikers alike, including myself. So how does Mont-bell's new Versalite rain jacket compare? Welcome back, hikers, to the channel. I'm Bigfoot, and we're going to be reviewing my new Mont-bell Versalite rain jacket that I took with me on the Ozark Trail here, my last thru hike, which was in the middle of April. Now, many of you know that I have been sporting the OR Helium II for quite a while. I've been using it for the majority of the last couple of years, and I did a full review of this thing. Overall, it's been a great rain jacket. That's really the reason why I haven't given this thing up. Now, if you didn't get a chance to check out the full review that I did on OR's Helium II rain jacket, I'm going to link it above here. I'm not going to go through every single intimate detail on this because I really went through it on the review, but it's more to compare how my Mont-bell Versalite rain jacket held up and how it compares to some of the features on OR's. First off, let's talk about the features of Mont-bell's Versalite rain jacket. Now, this is made of a 10 denier core windstopper fabric. This has a rating of 30,000 millimeters of water pressure. Now, essentially, that means that this thing is waterproof. Anything that's going to be at 20,000 or above millimeters of water pressure will be waterproof. Now, I did some research on OR's Helium II, and OR doesn't seem to publish anything about what the waterproof testing is on theirs. Now, one unique feature that I love about this rain jacket is the cut that they used out of the fabric. They used a K mono cut pattern, which essentially means that they cut this out of a single piece of fabric. And because they used such a cut, it drastically reduces the amount of seam sealing that they have to do in this thing, which is going to reduce the weight, but it also reduces the potential areas that water can penetrate the jacket. Now, I put this side by side of the Helium II, and you actually can tell the differences in the cuts and the extra areas that the Helium II had to be seam sealed. So again, this is not something that just is going to reduce the weight of the jacket, but it's going to give it an edge over the Helium II because there's just less areas that water can potentially penetrate. Now, the next feature of this rain jacket is my favorite, and that is the breathability that you get with it. Now, according to Mont-bell's website, the breathability rating that they have for this jacket is 43,000 grams. Now, again, looking at Outdoor Research, which they haven't published many ratings of anything with waterproof or breathability, but some of the threads I checked out suggest that the breathability of OR's Helium II is somewhere around 20,000 grams. Now, the breathability of this jacket was immediately noticed on the trail. I was super impressed with how cool I was able to stay in this jacket during the course of some of my hikes. I wore this jacket most days, especially in the beginning when it was a little bit more chillier than what I would normally be hiking in the middle of summer. There are pit zips on both sides of the rain jacket, which has a significant impact with being able to make it more breathable, and that's not something that you're going to get with the Outdoor Research Helium II. Now, with this denier fabric, it actually has a smoother finish and a smoother fit. Some other cool features on this jacket: it has adjustable alpine cuffs, which Helium II's does not. And the Versalite also has two different hand pockets, one on each side of your body. This is going to be significantly above your waistline, so it doesn't interfere with your waist belt or your sternum strap on your pack. Now, one of the last cool features that I loved about this Versalite rain jacket is the draw cord hem adjustment and where it's positioned. It's positioned on the very front of your body where it's in reasonable reach for you to be able to make any sort of adjustments that you need to with your rain hood. Instead of like the Outdoor Research Helium II, it's on the back of the hood. You can't really see it. It's a little bit more of a pain, and it doesn't have as much adjustability because you have two different places that you can adjust the draw cord, whereas the Helium II only has one spot. And now for some of the features that I didn't like about the Versalite jacket and where I think the Helium II outperformed. First and foremost is the ability to be able to stuff this in your own pocket, and with the Velcro, you can completely close it shut. With the Versalite, it doesn't have that feature. Now, Mont-bell does send you a stuff sack for the Versalite. It's going to add a little bit of weight. It's something I actually decided not to bring on the trail. You're actually able to open up one of the hand pockets and stuff your entire Versalite in the hand pocket. Just the downfall is the fact that the zipper will not close. It is from the inside out, so you could try closing it. It's just really difficult, but manageable. Something that I don't feel is really necessary that you need to bring your stuff sack with, because I was able to make it work just like this. The next feature is just the amount of colors that Mont-bell is offering on the Versalite. There's only 3 different colors that you can choose from, whereas Outdoor Research has a total of 12. Now another feature that bothered me a little bit, but by no means was no deal breaker, is where they positioned the zipper. It's actually on the left side instead of the right side of the jacket. So it's just a little bit weird to get used to because you're zipping it up with your other hand. Again, it's just something that was a little weird for me. The Outdoor Research actually offers a little bit larger of a size, an extra large, opposed to Versalite, which is just small through extra large. And lastly, price. The Versalite is going to come in at $40 higher than Outdoor Research. This retails for $1.99 on Mont-bell's website, whereas the Outdoor Research you can find for $159 or lower on Amazon. One thing that I haven't mentioned is the weight. All the features that are extra on the Versalite does not compromise the weight. The weight is exactly identical to that of the Outdoor Research. I have a large, which weighs in at 6.7 ounces, and the Outdoor Research is identical at 6.7 ounces. So there is no weight penalty. It's going to be the same, but you get all the extra features with the Versalite. So which rain jacket am I likely going to bring on my next adventure? It's Mont-bell's Versalite. I absolutely love the breathability. That was a factor that determined everything. But all of the other little features like the adjustable cuffs, the draw cord on the hood, the extra hand pockets, the feel of this, I absolutely loved the Mont-bell Versalite rain jacket. I think it's worth the money if you have the money to spend, especially just for 40 bucks more than the Outdoor Research Helium II, unless if you can find a stellar deal on Amazon. But this is something that overall I was really impressed with. If you've had any experience with either of these rain jackets, would love to hear what your opinion is, or what's another rain jacket out there that you like to wear and what you'd recommend for thru hikers. Well, it's getting darker than hell out here. Thank you for all of your input. Stay tuned for many more sightings, and remember to always follow Bigfoot.